And we are here live. Hey everybody, Jeff here. What's over my shoulder? Can you believe it already? The first week in October? Well, we broadcast live from Sam's Club before in Costco. And the other day we were at Lowe's, but now here we are at Home Depot in Coral Springs, Florida. And as you can see over my shoulder here, they finally got in all of the Christmas stuff here. They set up a massive, massive section over here. I'm going to flip the camera around here for us to see here. And so right off the bat, you can see way up high here, we have an 11-foot Olaf. That's $129 here. And we got a cool Grinch inflatable too here. He's $129. That's a 6-foot tall Grinch up there. Let me try to zoom in on him there. And I hope the quality of the stream is okay for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you would, please. I know sometimes the streams can be fine and sometimes they're not. What's up, James? Hey, we're showing here some of the inflatables here at the Home Depot here. And I like this Santa here with the reindeer here. This guy here is $129 right here. Where are you? Well, I am over at the Coral Springs Home Depot here in Coral Springs, Florida. So normally I go to the Coconut Creek one. I decided to try this one because I was driving by it anyway and decided to pop in. Sometimes I broadcast from this one too. Now you got this 9-foot tall Santa here. I had a 12-foot one in my backyard, and I showed on the Lowe's live stream on Sunday night, if you watched that one. They had a 12-foot there that was $99. That's a much nicer looking Santa at there. And also Lowe's has a beautiful 12-foot tall Nutcracker that's got all furry fabric around him. Time is flying, months buzz by. You got that right, James. For sure. There's a nice Jolly Santa one right up there that looks kind of cool here. And let me come around here and show. I'm going to do a quick pan of the entire section here. So here's all of the inflatables up here, and then all of the trees right here. And they got this stuff down the whole middle section here, and then they got more lighted trees and stuff over here on the left here. I like this tree up here. This is an 8-foot tall accent tree up here. That's $189. Forget about this spiral tree here. I hate any tree that has to be suspended by like strings or whatever. They don't hold up. But some of these topiaries here are pretty nice. Like that one right there on the left, that's a 6-foot Lexington potted tree. That's $99 there. First to hit the like button. All right, thanks, Rodney. And then here you got the shorter one here. This one, that one's $69 there. Forget these two stupid white spiral things. I don't know what the heck they were thinking of when they invented those things. They're just retarded. All right, I want to show you some. They got some really nice trees here, and so far I would have to say of all the trees that I've looked at in all the stores, this one right here has got to be my favorite tree here. I mean, look at this tree right here, and I'll tell you what makes this one so cool and why it looks so incredible. This thing looks like a galaxy. And it's 7 feet tall. It's a Cavalier fir, but look at this, $799. What makes it so much money? Because it's got 5,000 microdot LEDs. That's what makes this thing look so cool. And they're teeny tiny. So when you come up and you compare it like to your fingernail, look how small these guys are. They're just absolutely incredible little dudes here. And when you step back and look at this thing, look how densely populated it is with lights compared to some of the other ones next to it. So this thing is an incredible tree here. And it's got 8 light functions, and it's color changing, so you can either do it from warm white lights or multicolored lights. But you know, my complaint so far with a lot of these trees that you can change colors with this year is that they don't allow you to change to any other colors like red only or green only or blue only. So you either get one choice. You either get clear, you know, or the white color, or you get multi. So you get 2 choices on most of these trees here. And you compare that to a tree like this one here, see? So this is a 7.5-foot tall tree that only has 600 lights on it, even though the dome lights are nice. I like the dome lights. But my rule of thumb, guys, if you're shopping for a tree, is you got to have 700 lights on a 7-foot tree. My rule of thumb is 100 lights per foot. So you got to be able to meet that criteria. I like this tree right here. Let me back off a little bit to show you this one. This one's really cool here. This is my probably my second favorite tree here. So this one is called 7.5-foot LED Starry Light. This one has 1,500 micro dots, which is another reason why this one looks so good. And And I like the artificial snow on here, and it even covers some of the lights too. So it really looks like it's outside. So this one has 10 light functions. And this one here, you can see right now they're showing it as white. You can either have it as white, which looks gorgeous, or you can have it as multi, like they're showing it right now here. It's just an absolutely gorgeous tree. $2.99 for this tree here. And let me show you right around the bend here. So this one I like. If you're pitched on space, you don't have enough space, and you need a narrow tree here. You got this one right here. So this is called an Amelia pine, and it has like the pine cones on it and everything. This one has 300 microdots. That's a little sparse for a 7-foot tree to only have 100 lights, but remember it's narrow. It's not as wide as the other trees. So the density, although I prefer a few more, the density doesn't look too bad on it. In here, they've got a 9-foot version of that same Amelia pine. Over here, a 7-foot. Let me back it up here. And what we got there. So you got right here. There's all three of them kind of together there. And these look just really nice here. They looks just like there's a little bit of snow powder on them there. And this one here is a Lexington pine. These Lexington pines are pretty nice too. As far as this white tree, I don't understand why people have this propensity for these white trees, you know? I just don't like them. $1.99 for that. So let me kind of show you what they've got over here for some of these guys here in the automation. You should do a everyday carry video. You carry a folder or knife. Wait, let me bring it back. Sometimes the messages disappear on us, and then sometimes they come back again. It bugs me that Thanksgiving gets lost in the shuffle. Yeah. Well, they do have, I don't know if this store has it. I know, yeah, I was just in Sam's Club on my way over here. And Sam's Club had the harvest mats and stuff. And they may have some of that here, too. I don't know. We'll see. I don't really like any of these things. I've never been a fan of these things. It's like everybody has them, and it just gets lost in the mix. And same with these over here, too. What I prefer is the newer stuff that I'm seeing a lot of this year is like these things that are wrapped in fabric, different colored fabric. So they look more real. They look like they're something. They don't look like a wire frame that's pretending to be something. It's like the CNN version of decorations, you know, the fake news decorations. See, like all these guys right here look reasonably nice. This Rudolph right here, $70. I think they had one at Lowe's the other night too that we showed over there. Okay, so most of your 100 LED counts are $8.98 right now. And these things here, I've been telling people, don't buy these things. These are so stupid, man. I mean, really, people, do not buy these fake LED icicle lights, these hanging strings. They don't even look real. You know, they just don't look real at all. So, James, the car jumper packs at Sam's Club are Stanley's. They're really good. Okay. So instead of getting those icicle lights, these are the ones that you want to get. These actually look like icicles. So you do the try me function over here on it. What these do is they do kind of like a drip. It looks like dripping water running down it. And they go to, is that the same thing or is it a smaller one? So what they have here now is this show, the show home with the C9 lights. And they have all of these other things that they say that you can run from an app. What they're not saying is whether it does music. Now, I used to use these big, high-end, $300 Lightorama lighting controllers, if you guys are familiar with those. And if you go back and look back in like 2011 at some of my older videos from back when we had that 65,000 LED light display. If you go and you search something like, I think if you search like 65,000 LED lights dance to Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas, you'll see our video. That's probably one of our best videos that we shot. And so you have a lot of these wannabe systems here that are trying to duplicate that. But this one here, let me see if I can get that button pushed here. This is one where you can use the app on your phone to really make your tree go hog wild here. But again, it doesn't say whether it comes with music or anyway, but if it does, they're probably really chintzy music pieces that they've got there. So you've got a lot of these other lights here. And you get 50 counts here. So they have different sizes of the LEDs here too. So these are the C3s. These are faceted, which look kind of cool at night too. These micro LEDs are kind of nice too. So here, I'll just give you an overall panoramic view here of all of the trees here that we've got here. And then over on this side here, they've got more of the standard kind of, they don't really look all that great, you know, but they're okay. Your standard fake trees here. And over here in the corner, way back on the corner, we've got our 6-foot animated Santa. He dances. That's 129. Then you get the train set here for 50. That's the North Pole Express. The train there. They got most of the boring ornaments. I never buy those things. It was too boring for me. They got these mats here to work on the kitchen. They don't really look. I mean, this one's okay. The green one here is okay. I think these the only. Oh yeah. So they got. Oh, there's 3 designs that they got right there. So these are $12.88, and you got these pillows here for $12.98. These are actually cheaper than the pillows they have over at Sam's Club, which were $15, and same with Costco. They're $15 over there. So these are the designs they've got here. You got some yard stakes here, and I'm really liking that tree up there. That looks just really incredible. And the wreath here is not too bad. So they got a pre-lit battery operated wreath. It says try me. That looks really anemic. Got a few clear LEDs on there. They got more of a snowier one here. More of a pine cone, more of a kind of a natural rustic one here. That one is $59.98 there. And of course they got all of these little guys here. These, I believe these are the solar yard stakes here. And let me show you some of these light show projections that you can get here. So they got one here that does snowflakes. I like that one there. Yeah. So these are, that one's $24.98. They got some of these other ones over here. These are all $29.98. So you got that one there, Let It Snow. I hope so. I hope it'll be Christmas. And then another one here. This one here kind of, doesn't do much for me. There's a snowflake one that looks kind of nice. And this one here does Let It Snow with the snowman. I guess that's more appropriate there for New Year's. Milwaukee. Speaking of Milwaukee, I saw a Milwaukee tool over there. We're going to head over there in a minute and check it out because it was like $100 off. I guess this is that snow flurry thing. Doesn't really look like snow flurries when they're going counterclockwise like that. So I don't know what they were thinking. These are cool. These do is you can remote control your lights outside. So this comes with 3 different wireless receivers here, and your transmitter there can control all 3 of them from one. This is great because we used to always lose all. We had like 2 or 3 separate unique ones. We would always lose them and can't find them. So now you have it all in one place. If you just leave it like nailed to the wall somewhere, you'll never lose it. And of course you got all your little foo-foo things and the window clings. My daughters used to love these. What I like here is they got the little snow globes here. So they got the Grinch there. And this one here looks like Frosty the Snowman. That's kind of cool. Lights up. This will entertain your little kids. Big time. Ryobi. Hey, we're going to walk by some Ryobi in a minute too. I like this. They got the Peanuts one. They got Mickey Mouse. And of course all the plushies here. So you got your Grinch. This dude's freaky, man. Get all your Mickey Mouse here. Hey, check him out. That's the real Frosty. That's not the CNN Frosty. That's the real one. Not the fake Frosty. Here's another cool one too. Another cool frosty here. So they got all the little stuffed animals that the little kitties like to hang out with. Let's see. We have some more mats here. Here's all the mats they got. These are $9.98 here. Ryobi is made by Fisher Price Toys. Yeah, I got a couple of Ryobis. They are kind of toyish like, but I have a Ryobi leaf blower that does a pretty good job. 15 minutes on the small battery there. It's enough to do my leaves here. And then over here we have some of the inflatables that were up top, but there's a few that weren't up there, like this one here, dudes. Check it out. We got Griswold here. We got the National Lampoon's Vacation Station Wagon. The family, what do they call it? The truckster? I forget what they call that one. And here's a nice Grinch one, too. That's the one that was up top there. But they have some Disney ones that we didn't see before. And this one we didn't see over there. This one's $149. This is the Olaf with Sven. So if you know anybody that's a big fan of Frozen, this would be a good one for them. And here's a Toy Story one here. You got Woody and Slinky here. And then you get a lot of the smaller ones here too. Now, in years past, when we looked at these smaller ones, I used to have a few smaller ones. I always found that the 4-foot inflatables didn't have very powerful motors, and they never really did very well. So I don't know, maybe the technology's gotten better. So if any of you guys got any of these last year, let us know. And then they have 6-foot tall ones here, mostly in the $50 range here. And more of these inflatables. This is a cool one here, the Peanuts one. So it's Snoopy standing by the mailbox here. All right, so now as we head over here, I mean, look at it. It's amazing how huge this whole section is here. Look at this. It goes way all the way back to the back corner over there, and it covers this whole area right here. So they got some your typical village stuff and nativity scene here. Another nativity scene there if you're looking for a smaller one. And these are all your incandescents. Don't bother. I forbid it. I forbid any of you to go out and buy any incandescent lights. Starting in 2006, I forbid any non-LED lights on my display. There wasn't a single incandescent light anywhere on my display. So these are all their regular stuff. So here's where they got all the trees kind of piled up here. And this is that color changing tree for $4.99, the one that you control it by the app on your phone. Huh? So right over here, right around the corner here, we have a little bit of Ryobi on display here. For those of you Ryobi fans out there. And what we have here is, so they're running this deal right now. So it's not much of a deal. They took $10 off the cordless jet fan blower. Whew, we're going to Disney World on the savings, folks. So you got that one there, and I don't know how much or if any they took off just the backpack. Oh yeah, they took $30 off the backpack here. So here's the backpack blower. This runs off the 40-volt lithium here. It says the industry's quietest blower. 625 CFM with 145 miles an hour. I'd like to see that in action. This is kind of cool here. This is their little power source here. So you stick a battery on it, and it gives you gives you 120 volt out and USB, and it looks like the Type C as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a Type C and a Type A. So you can be charging all of these different things here, or powering all these different things here from that little power station. That's $99. But that hasn't gone down in price. This is kind of neat here. This thing is $14.97. I think I showed you guys this a few months ago on one of my other walkthroughs here. But this right here is a collapsible multi-purpose bag. So it's essentially a reinforced kind of a garbage pail. So it's a 40-gallon garbage pail. So it's great when you're doing leaves and stuff. Those of you guys live up north and have to mess with all that stuff in the leaves. So for $14.97, you get yourself an extra garbage pail that just gets locked up and put away when you're not in use. Man, coming down here, there's like nothing. There's like no deals, man. It's like we're waiting for Black Friday, for those Black Friday deals. The only one here, no, that's, yeah, this is the same one I showed at the other Home Depot here. So it's one of the drywall that one of the DeWalt flex bolts here. That's 249, marked down from 269. But they never have it in stock because they just sold right out of them as soon as they marked them up. And there's another one here from Ryobi that's marked down. Yeah, that's a reasonably decent price, but God, still 269 for a blower. But this one does do 600 CFM, 125 miles per hour. So this is almost as powerful as that Ryobi backpack one over there. So I have an older Ryobi, an older version of this before they started looking cool, before they made them looking like jet engines. So that's what I had. So if you guys don't know if you noticed, as we walk over to find the, we're going to head over to the clearance thing here. We uploaded a video last night on how to remove rust. This was sprinkler rust water from your sidewalk. You got to go see that one. It was incredible. It's very similar to one we did over the summer, where we compared several different products, but we took the winning product from that challenge and applied it. We did it over at our piano teacher's house and took all of the sprinkler rust off of there. And also, if you haven't seen our other channel that you need to go over to, it's called Car Buying Tips Com. Go over to that and you'll see, we posted a video the other day of the unveiling of the C8 Corvette convertible, the 2020 Corvette convertible. And we got invited up to go to Kennedy Space Center to see it for free. That was pretty wild, dude. We got some really good 4K video about that. The 18-volt mower. Well, I'll head back over that way in a minute. Oh, yeah, you like that ceiling fan video? Thanks, James. Yeah, that was really good. That was a lot of work over a few days, actually, just because of all of the stuff we found from the previous installer. All right, so here's what we got here. We got these Husky 1500 lumen LED work lights. So these are, they're marked $3 off, but it's not a bad price to get a light setup like this with a handle and everything. And these are 1500 lumens, which are a little more light output than you would normally get on your LED lights that you put on the ceiling in your bedrooms and halls and all that. They got this one here. Don't get any halogens. That stuff's just, you don't want to deal with that nonsense anymore. Here they have a brighter Husky. This is a 2500 lumen. So this is about twice the brightness of those ceiling lights that you buy, the ceiling LED lights that you buy here at Home Depot for your bedrooms. So this is about $5 off the price here. Then they got a few ceiling fans here. Thing is, like this one, they're not really saying how much you're saving off of it. You got one here. This is a Husky light on a stand. See, this is a sweet deal. You can't beat this deal right here. Let me show you this, guys. So this one is $74.95. So it's marked down from $99. So this is $25 off. All right. You got this tower stand light here, and this one here is 3200 lumens. This is about as bright as the Milwaukee tower light, but the Milwaukee tower light's $199. So you're talking, you could buy almost 3 of these for the price of one of those Milwaukees. And so let me show you. They've got one, a similar one. Yeah, this is it up here on the display. So I don't know why they have that one marked down in price, unless it was a previous floor model or something. But there it is up there. And then up here you can see they've got, you got to see this Husky one. This is a cool one here. This is a new one here. They just got this in. So this is, magnetic. Magnet's not very powerful. So this is a 10,000 lumens LED area utility light. What this thing does, see those lights all the way around it? I'm going to turn it on in a second. You got to see this thing, man. It is massively bright. It's like, oh man, I need shades. Oh yeah, baby. I just lit this whole area up here. Let me see if you can see when I turn it on. Yeah. So there's like LEDs all around this thing here. So you put it in the middle of the room and it'll light up the whole room. There's a, oof, man. Need my anti-radiation shields. And here Ryobi has these color lights here. This is $50. Well, is that for this one? That's the hand light. This one's $50. What's cool about this one is I believe it runs off the battery, or you can plug it in. And if you look, there's a color control knob on the top, so you can actually control the color of the output of this light, which is cool. Some people might want a white light, some people might want it more yellow, but you have that option to control that. So this is that handheld light here. It's battery operated. This one goes for 40 bucks. So yeah, they finally got some good organization here to all of their lighting here. I'm surprised they don't have the Milwaukee one here. This store doesn't seem to carry as much of the fancier, bigger tools as the other one that I go to. And so, yeah, the actual reason that I came in here tonight was to get some GFCI outlets. I'm going to put some in a friend's house. And so, in the kitchen and in the bathroom. So normally when you get GFCI outlets, like this is a good one to get here for the bathroom. And these GFCI outlets, even though this one says 15 amps right here, you can probably still put a kitchen on a 20 amp circuit, because a lot of these from Leviton, let me see, it should say it on the side somewhere. I know I've seen them on here before, where it'll say it's rated for 20 amps. 20 amp pass through or something like. Yeah, see it right there? It says rated 15 amp, 20 amp feed through. So you can still use these on a 20 amp circuit. But in the kitchen, I got to tell you this, in the kitchen you have to use a very specific type of GFCI outlet, and this is the one you ought to get. It's a dual type, because in the kitchen the National Electric Code requires us to get this AFCI/GFCI. You have to use GFCI protection and arc fault protection in the kitchen. That's required by National Electric Code. So if you were getting your work inspected in the kitchen, you were remodeling, they would fail you if you didn't have this particular outlet. And the way you can tell is you'll see it printed right on the side there. See? It says AFCI, GFCI printed right on there. So I'll be coming back with my cart in a minute, and I'll be getting one of those and two of the other ones. And let's see, what other videos are we working on now? God, I got so many that I'm working on. I filmed one yesterday on how to change the washing machine spigot there, your water cutoff valve. So that should be coming up pretty soon. And as we walk by the Christmas display, we're going to head over. There's a couple of more items that are in the local ad here at the Home Depot. Some of the tools and stuff. So we're going to hit the home safety first, because they got a whole bunch of items on here that I wanted to show you folks this. So first of all, these fire extinguishers right here are $12.88, so that's a really good price here. And they got these here. You can get a twin pack of fire extinguishers here. These are $29.97. They're 1AB and 10BC on those. And then you have here for $49.97, which is a $60 value. They got these 10-year worry-free. These are the smoke detectors here, and these are made for hardwired. So if you have hardwired smoke detectors in your house, you would hook these up. What do I think of the shark bites? I use shark bites. I will only use a shark bite outside the wall. I will never put one inside the wall, just in case. You just never know. The thing about shark bites is you got to use that orange, what do they call it, the safety gauge or something, that also helps to cut the, I forget what they call it. It helps you cut the end better, but it helps you mark it so you know exactly how deep to push that pipe into that shark bite. So a lot of people fail by not putting it in deep enough because they didn't use the depth gauge. Yeah, so shark bites are fine. I use them all the time. I use the end caps to cap off the end of a pipe. And so this here, the smoke alarm here, I don't like these because they're the old style that have the batteries. These other here are 10-year. They have a 10-year battery in them. These things drive me nuts, having to change them every 6 months. So I don't do that anymore. I always buy the 10-year battery. So here's one that's made for the living area. Never replace batteries. Last 10 years. That's what you want. These are $24.97. This pair right here is a pretty good deal. That's $29.97. And they come with those adapters for wiring. So that's made for a wired system, but I wouldn't get these just because you have to do the battery. This is the one I would get right here. And here's a 3-pack. These are the micro, smaller ones. I like this. So this 3-pack here is $49.97. Or you could get a single one right here with a 10-year battery also. So those are really the way to go with these, is to get the multi-year batteries on them. Now around the back side here, we got all sorts of flavors. Choose your poison here. I think, yeah, they put the same on either end of this display here. But here for $34.97, you get 2 different fire extinguishers. One for the kitchen and another one that's basic use that you could put, anywhere, like maybe out in the garage or something. And if you don't have a fire extinguisher, get one. Just get one now. There's no excuse for you to not have a fire extinguisher, folks. And always check your meter on there, right? Make sure that it says full, that the arrow should be in the green. If it's not, time to get back in here in a home desperate and pick one up. And now we're heading down over to the Rigid and the Milwaukee stuff to see what's going on down there. And as I'm walking over there, man, it's amazing how much of this store is devoted to Christmas and Halloween right now, because all the Halloween stuff is now, you can see it way up over here on the right-hand side here. I wanted to show you this. This is kind of funny here. Look at all of these portable generators here. See this? This is all from the first week in September when we had that Hurricane Dorian scare. And look, there's more over here, Generacs here. Boatloads of these Briggs & Struggling generators here. Because, see, we were in the cone. We had a hurricane watch, and we were in the cone. And then they started getting all of these in all the Home Depots. And then they took us out of the cone, so we didn't get the hurricane. It, like, brushed right by the state. It just barely turned north. All of the stuff that you see here was left over from all of that. I mean, man, look at that. There's probably over 100 generators over there right now. Okay. So this kit I think I did last week. This I ended up buying a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to do a tool review on this hopefully in the next couple of weeks or so. So this one here is the let me see, it's 1998, so it's marked down from 28 bucks. This one I believe will, I don't know if this goes on the Tough system or the Pro Organizer. So I have the other Pro Organizer that I'm going to do another tool review on that compares the DeWalt against Milwaukee. And so this guy here supposedly clips on top of that Pro Organizer. So that'll makes carrying stuff a breeze for you. And let's see, where was that Milwaukee? Oh, yeah, here we go. Who put this here? Come on. All right, so we have an M18 Fuel here. So this is a circ saw here. And the price here, let me turn it around for you. So it's $2.99, marked down from $3.99. So this guy's $100 off, man. This is the 7 1/4 inch circular saw kit. So this kit comes with the saw, the tool, one battery, and it's a it's a HD 12.0 battery too, and it comes with a charger, and it comes with a carrying bag. So that's a pretty good deal to get them. I mean, even though that's still pretty expensive though, but I believe here at Home Depot the DeWalt version of this is $2.99. I can't remember if it's tool only or not, but I ended up buying that kit, which we're also going to be doing a tool review on. I got a whole bunch of things stacked up to do tool reviews on. But you guys saw me when I bought it in here live about 2 months ago. It was that the DeWalt version of the FlexVolt circular saw with the drill, with the hammer drill. Was this a 2-pack organizer? Yes, that was. Let me come back around here and show you. This was indeed. There's 2 of these guys in here. So this is ideal for your little stuff. And you can take out some of these too. So here's a picture of how they're showing the guy using it there. So you can pull out some of these little dividers. I think it does have the gasket on there. Is it IP? Yeah, it's IP53 rated. So it is water resistant. So yeah, 1988. That's a pretty good deal to get two of these guys, man. And they clip onto the other DeWalt thing there. So here's another good deal here. They got these rigids, 3.5 horsepowers for $54.97 here. That's a pretty good deal. I think I bought a rigid that was 4 horsepower like 3 years ago, and I think I paid like $90 for that thing. So this one's a pretty good deal here. And we got some filters here, $27, but they're not saying is it a deal or not. Remember, at Home Depot, I've showed you guys numerous times in the past. Just because you see it sitting out here in the middle of the floor with other sale items doesn't mean that the price is on sale. Meanwhile, they're sitting here going, ha, 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 ha. That's my new girlfriend right there. Be nice. All right, so, yeah, so we saw this. We took care of that guy. This particular Home Depot, let me see where their heavier tools are. See, they don't even have the big flex volt saw that I just bought a few weeks ago when I left that gaping hole over at the Coconut Creek Home Depot. But look, guys, as I look around here, there's really not much here on sale. It's like we're just waiting for the Black Friday stuff. So, like, here's a Ryobi. This is a sliding head one here. And this is basically $15 off. That's it. And there's nothing else here with any signs on it. Here's one with a new lower price. So here's the rigid saw here. This one here, it's a 12-inch dual bevel miter saw. So it's $299 marked down from $324. So that's not too bad. You get $25 off here. And I like the fact that it's got dual bevel. You know, my old, that's why I bought that new miter saw here, because my old DeWalt was only a single bevel, and it makes doing baseboards and cutting crown molding a nightmare, trying to figure it out. Like this is what this, see? Single bevel. It's useless. I would never buy, if I had it to do over, I would never buy. The one I have, it looks pretty much like this, the older one, my older one. It was pretty much this, the older version of this saw right here. So anyway, there's nothing else really here. We're just waiting and waiting, guys. I come in every day and check to see if they're starting to get any stuff out ready for maybe a little early jump on Black Friday. Who knows? But you know, once they have it here, you'll know it because we'll let you know first as soon as we see it. I mean, there's nothing, not even on any tape measures is there any deals here right now. In this particular Home Depot here, Home Desperate. I feel like those guys that show up at the end of a garage sale looking for scraps, there's like nothing. Throw me something. Throw me a scrap. Okay, I'll show you this. This is what I want to get soon. Is this the, oh, here's the one I want to get. The LED version here. Does it even work? Yeah. See, this is good because when you get to in a dark space, which happens all the time, that's good to have that light on there. $24.97 for that. So I'm going to probably pick a couple of those up if my stocks ever recover. If they can get some stupid deal going with the Chinese, man, driving me nuts. Absolutely driving me nuts with that stuff there. Yeah, so usually when Black Friday rolls around, guys, you're going to see kits. Not just tool onlys, but you're going to see kits. And that's the best time to come and get some of those things here. So I'm looking for the DeWalt version of the circ saw. Let me see if they got it here. See, all they got is the drills. Right, here it is. See, this is $3.99. That's a kit. Yeah. Yeah, so if I remember at the other one, when I did a live stream on that one back in June at the other Home Depot, that kit, the DeWalt tool only was $2.99 for that. So to get that Milwaukee one for the same price as DeWalt's tool only, it was a pretty good deal here. But I don't see any bargain sticking out here right now. Nothing. Oh, wait, I got some yellow stickers here. Look at this. Saving 97 cents here. Woohoo! Yeah, those light up levels, they are indeed great. Oh, the 10-inch Diablo blades. Any 2-for-1s? You know, I remembered seeing some over the summer. Let me see what they got over here, because we're right near the Diablo blades. Let me see. Over the summer, they always run them in these 2-packs here, and I'm not seeing any here. These are all in the single packs. When they do that, they usually do it right, like right out front here. They'll usually have them right on these little displays here. But I don't see it this time. So they must have run out of them already, sold them all out. Let me see if they got any around over this way. But yeah, that's usually where they would put them all. But I don't see any of them. All right, so the deal that they have going here with Milwaukee is you get a free battery here. So if you buy any of these select Milwaukee tool kits or the power tool, you get an M18. It's an XC 5.0 battery for free. So these are the tools that if you buy any one of these here, the Rover LED dual, yeah, or the grinder, or you get there's another, the 179 circ saw, where that's the tool only. So that's how much that tool costs without the battery and without the charger and without the bag, would be 179, right? So if you buy any of these guys up here, they'll give you this battery right here. This battery is normally $129, so that's a pretty good deal to get that, you know. So if you're looking for just like the circ saw here, oh, Client Graphics did? He had a great, I gotta go check that out then. Yeah, thanks for letting us know. I'll check that out. If you were to buy Chuck Dog, welcome to the stream. So if you were to get this particular Milwaukee circular saw here for $179, and they throw this in for free, that's essentially almost buying that kit over there for $299 that I just showed you. The one that had but that one had a different battery though. That kit had a 12.0 battery, but it was a different family. Let me check that out in a second again and go back and take a look at it. It's right across the way there. So they had that. So that Milwaukee kit is right over here. So remember, the tool only was $179, and you get the battery free. So this one here is $299. And what battery are they giving you? They're giving you the high output there, the HD12. So it's kind of hard to figure out. Oh, the kit is an M18 Fuel. Yeah. Okay, so now they got this other Husky kit here. It's 185 pieces. That's $99. And it looks fairly decent there. But they have at Costco right now, they have a DeWalt 172 piece that seems to have, well, yeah, these guys have it too. Yeah, see, they got all the Allen wrenches, you got the multi-tools, you got all the multi-bits. Yeah, either one is probably pretty decent. But I'm still waiting for that one at Costco to drop in price down to $49.99. If you saw my Father's Day stream that I did at Costco, and I showed you that earlier kit that they had from DeWalt, it was 180 pieces, and they had it marked down to $49.99. It was in my hand, and I didn't put it in my cart. I'm an idiot. Milwaukee is out of my price range. Well, it's basically because it's cordless. Yeah, the cordless ones are very expensive, without a doubt. That's why I bought that DeWalt in the kit. And let me remind you guys, I don't know how many of you guys here are always on my broadcast, but let me show you a little trick here. If you guys all don't know about this, is I always come in here and use one of these guys. So it doesn't matter if something's on sale or not, because I can put it immediately at 10% off by coming in with one of these Lowe's coupons here. And when I bought, if you guys saw my live stream when I bought that DeWalt FlexVolt miter saw a few weeks ago, I used a 15% off actual Home Depot coupon that I got. So that one worked out really, really nice. I think I only paid like $15 for it, but it saved me $121 off the price of the whole saw. So even though I've been watching that $799 saw, where do I get those coupons? Well, the Lowe's ones, those little blue card that I just showed you, that's called the Lowe's Movers coupon. You get them on eBay. You go on eBay and you do a search for like Lowe's coupons, and there's all different types. There's types that you can print out and bring into Lowe's. These types here have already been used. so they can't be used at Lowe's. They'll say they're only valid for Home Depot only, and that is because Home Depot doesn't scan them. They just take them from you. They don't have a way to scan them because it's a Lowe's proprietary barcode. So what's really cool is I buy these in lots of like 20 for like, I don't know, is it $20 or something like that? They're like $1 a piece. But when I come in here and I'm buying $100 worth of stuff and I'm saving $10 every time, that's a huge amount of savings. And where I really kick butt with these things is when I'm buying appliance suites for my condo flips and stuff like that. I'm spending $1,500 on an appliance suite of 4 appliances, and I'm getting $150 off of that. That card, what is it? Oh, sometimes it's hard to. That card needs a mod to 40%. Yeah, you know it, man. But that rare Home Depot 15% card that I got at the beginning of September, that thing was just incredible. $121 savings off of my saw. So it didn't matter that I watched that saw for 2 years and Home Depot didn't give us a break on the price. I gave myself a break on it. So I'll just show you just real briefly here the Halloween section here. I've done in detailed and I've uploaded a 4K version here, but this just shows you what they've got here too. Have you used the saw yet? I haven't even pulled that saw out of the box yet. And you think it would have been the first thing I did. I've just been so busy the last few weeks. I'm hoping next week, I'm finishing up a project this week, so I'm hoping next week to get that thing out of the out of the box there and start using it. Yeah, that came with the charger, and I believe it comes with 2 batteries too. But even if it doesn't, I have some flexible batteries already anyhow. So yeah, I can't wait to get that thing going there. So here's basically what they get for Halloween. Your tall inflatables here. Yeah, I thought it was their best year here. And by the way, you know what's missing here? They sold that pirate ship. So every Home Depot gets one of those pirate ships, and it's normally sitting right there on that thing for $329. So they sold that dude already, man. Somebody bought it. I think each store gets one. So if you really want that thing bad, you guys better get in there and get that thing. The Headless Horseman dude here's kind of cool here too. But every time I walk into Home Depot, I always see people hanging out by this dude right here, getting pictures with him. Because someone around here is God, there's so many Trimies over here, you don't even know which one it is. Yep. All right. So anyway, I think we've covered pretty much all we were going to get to this evening. And my battery is telling me it's wanting to get some sleep. So I think we're going to leave it here, and I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for showing up here tonight and being with us here and sitting through all of this, and we're patiently waiting for some good tool discounts, and hopefully that comes up soon. So anyway, folks, make sure you check out our other video from last night about removing rust off the sidewalk. And thanks, Brent, Chuck, everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you so much for showing up. And check out our other channel too, the carbuyingtips.com channel. If you know anybody who's buying a car, you will be their hero if you send them to our channel and to our website, carbuyingtips.com, where we give you all sorts of information about buying, leasing, and selling cars, everything you need to know, and avoiding the scams, all right? So you guys have a great night. We'll see all of you on the next one. Ciao.